by the looks of things, pretty much live. What we're saying, guys, is a big yes, guys. From me. Oh, that is way too bright. Okay, we are in business. It is a huge Chelsea game here tonight. Chelsea versus Everton in the Premier League at Stamford Bridge. There is a lot of talk about the lineup, and there's also been a lot of talk about the lineup every single time that Chelsea step out on the pitch. However, it always seems to prove itself correct, but we will see today if this lineup is going to be of benefit to us. I'm going to make sure I've got everything up on the screen so that I have all of the information. I'm seeing a lot of people spam Werner injured in the lineup. No Timo. I don't know where you guys are seeing this at the moment. Kai Havertz is back in the side. And I do not see what you guys are seeing when it comes to Timo Werner. So I don't know if it's just trolling, which apparently it is. So there we go. I've been done. You guys know that I've literally just woken up after 2 hours sleep. I am struggling here a little bit, hence why we have the classic Bensonado coffee in the house today, which I'm going to slowly press. And I know it could be a little dangerous doing this right next to my keyboard. However, I'm a man who likes to do things with a little slice and dice, a risk once in a while. Guys, if you're in the stream right now, there's nearly 1,000 people in there. We are 15 minutes till kickoff, 14 minutes till kickoff. Be sure to hit the like button. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes on the stream before we actually kick off in the game. If we can do that, then, well, I'll be a happy man. And that will make you guys happy men and women as well, I'm sure of it. So, let's take a little look at the Chelsea starting 11. We move. Let me get the screen up. We've got... It's an interesting lineup, this one. I'm not going to lie to you. I know we've had a donation come in. I have missed it, but I will get it in a second. The lineup is Edouard Mendy in goal for Chelsea, followed by a centre-back three of Azpilicueta, Christensen and Kurt Zouma, who comes in today for Tony Rudiger. I think we can see from this Thomas Tuchel side that he has very much gone for rotation in this game. I think he sees all of the matches that Chelsea are playing right now as incredibly important. Not that this one isn't as big as any of the other ones, maybe, I don't know. But Zouma comes in for Rudiger, and I can only assume that this is just a way to try and, you know, combat Everton's aerial threat. Kurt Zouma is a very tall defender. Everton have got some very tall players that can come into this team and hurt Chelsea defensively. So for that aerial presence, Kurt Zouma comes in. Reece James continues in the right wing-back position with Marcus Alonso coming back in the left wing-back position. I think that's the only one that I might have considered changing. I probably would have gone with Ben Chilwell over Alonso for this game. Big thank you for the £2 donation from Basie. Thoughts on the Welsh talent Mike Ox? I almost managed to read that out there and give into that one. But we move. Mateo Kovacic and Jorginho in the centre of the park for Chelsea. No N'Golo Kante and no Mason Mount as well. We've got a front three of Havertz, Werner and Hudson Odoi, which I do find very exciting. However, no Mason Mount, no N'Golo Kante and no Rudiger out of the starting 11. I think it's very, very tough to understand exactly what Tuchel's going with at the moment until we actually start the game. So Mason Mount is on the bench. He's not injured. People are saying Mason Mount is injured. That isn't true. I'm almost injured because I've literally just woken up, but we move. My coverage for this match is about to start in a couple seconds. Over on the old Mola TV. We got over 1,000 people in the stream. We have not yet kicked off. If you are able to hit the like button on the stream, that would be absolutely grand. I'm just going to make everything so that I can see both you guys' comments and the game in the same window. And then if I just degrade my quality down to 144 on there, press pause on there. Okay, we are 507 likes in to the stream and over 1,000 viewers in the stream. I'm excited for this one. I'm nervous, you know, very, very nervous. This is going to be a tough game. I think this could arguably be even more difficult than the game that we had at Liverpool because Everton have been in such good form. And, well, who knows how we're going to fare in this lineup. We've just had another donation, £5 from Louis Lloyd. George, the GOAT, keep up the content. Love watching it. Thank you very much, my man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't already gotten your submissions for GBFC Selects, it is not too late to do so. Submissions for the questions, there's only 10 questions, very, very easy to do. Submissions will close at the kickoff. So link is in the description if you want to go and get in your answers. It's free to play, you can win £1,000. Eunice says hi, tell Eunice that I say hi back. We had another donation come in from Brigman Bell, thank you very much. Hey George, are you worried for Pulisic? No. I think whenever a new manager comes in midway through the season, there's always going to be things that happen when it comes to who starts, who doesn't start. And I think with Pulisic, it's simply a case of, you know, when the manager was changed, he wasn't in the best of form. And then the players that the manager does pick as soon as he arrives are doing very, very well. So naturally, Pulisic misses out on the starting 11 because the players that have been picked ahead of him based off of form when he joins are playing a lot better. We just had another donation from Jorge Acosta. Cheers from America, lad. Thank you very much for the donation. Thoughts on why Zuma is starting? Good question. I think it's for his aerial ability. You know, I think the fact that AC Milan, that's definitely the no sleep talk in there. The fact that Everton have so much height in their side, looking at the Premier League table now as well, you know, Everton have got a game in hand on Chelsea. They're only 1 point behind us. So we've got to win this today. You know, if we lose, not only do we go 2 points behind them, but they've also got a game in hand on us as well. So I think it's absolutely key that we get 3 points here tonight. I think it was key that we beat Liverpool, actually. When you look at the table, you know, it wouldn't have been an outrageous thing to say that Chelsea wouldn't look so confident for the top four if we'd have only got a draw in that game against Liverpool. The fact that we won it now obviously bodes a lot better for us in our favour because Liverpool, A, dropped points against us, B, lost again against Fulham. 7 minutes until kickoff, guys. I'll give you a little update on what the stream was supposed to be a little bit like today. I was supposed to be doing my stream through the camera, but I need to buy a dummy battery, which is ever so slightly annoying. But I can't stream and charge the battery at the same time. So midway through the stream, the battery would have just died, which sucks. Let me see. So we've got 1,300 people in this stream. If we can hit 1,000 likes before kickoff, guys, I will be a very happy man. So make sure you hit the like button. I'm about now to tweet out the stream. So if any of you can also retweet it and share it, that would be absolutely grand. I am live right now over on GBFC and will be doing a watch along throughout the entire Chelsea versus Everton game. Come join me in the chat and watch us hopefully pick up another 3 points. Bam! And we go and add the image. Yeah, so if I would have had the battery thing that I needed, then we would have been streaming on OBS with a flipping timer and everything today, but unfortunately I no longer have the timer. So then the players are in the tunnel. Jorginho is ready to come on for Chelsea. Kurt Zuma also there looking ready in the tunnel as well. Mendy, Ben Chilwell, he's wearing his jumper. Edouard Mendy, 12 clean sheets in 22 games, an incredible record. I'm seeing NDL spam everywhere in the chat, like on a serious level of spam. We just had another donation come in, £5 from Chris Waite saying, what's your prediction, George? I'll double this if you are correct. Okay, my prediction for this game is 2-0 Chelsea. I think we're going to win tonight. I'm very confident after watching our show up against Liverpool. Watching the Everton players come out now as well. They've got some very, very strong players. But I also feel as though Chelsea are in good form. We're at Stamford Bridge. Hopefully we've got enough. Okay. The players are coming out. We are just a couple minutes away from kickoff now. This is a massive, massive game for Chelsea, this. Absolutely huge. The GBDL. The George Benson Defence League. I like it. I like the optimism. Guys, we're getting very close to 1,000 likes. If you are in the stream and haven't hit the like button still, be sure to do so. We're getting closer. And of course, 6 Things We Learned will be out straight after the game. Come on, the Blues. Chelsea versus Everton. I won't need to be as reserved with my reactions tonight either because Daria's staying at her place. Looking at the back three of Azpilicueta, Andreas Christensen keeps his place in the Chelsea starting 11. Reece James, Kovacic, Jorginho and Alonso in the midfield / wing-back 4, with Callum, Hudson, Odoi and Kai Havertz playing just behind Timo Werner in the 3-4-2-1 formation. Timo Werner, I thought was very good in the game at Liverpool, and I think it's a massive match for him tonight. If he can put on a show tonight, then I think we can safely say that he is well and truly back in form. So guys, what are your score predictions? Let me know in the comments and in the live chats for Chelsea versus Everton. Everton go with a 3-4-1-2 with Mason Holgate, Michael Keane and Ben Godfrey making up the back, with Alex Iwobi, Alan, Andre Gomez and Luca Digne playing in the midfield 4. Very similar formation this to Chelsea today. So Everton have gone pretty much to match up against us. Gylfi Sigurdsson then plays behind Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Richarlison is Everton's in-form man. Calvert-Lewin, their top scorer this season. It is a very strong Everton starting 11. The bench isn't that great, I'm not going to lie. Look at the bench, I don't really see too many players. Tom Davis, very good. Bernard can come on and make a difference. Got Josh King on there as well. Other than that, I think Everton's team is very strong as a starting 11. But I think Chelsea, in terms of the way that we can change the game from the bench, you look at the names on the bench, you know, you've got Thiago Silva in there, Rudiger, Kante, Pulisic, Giroud, Mason Mount, Chilwell, Ziyech, and also Kepa Arrizabalaga as well. So it is a very, very strong Chelsea team today. I think in terms of shape, we look like we're going to be very solid. I do worry that we might have needed Mason Mount in there, as I always do. But again, I said that I thought he probably would have been rested for the game against Liverpool. He wasn't rested for the game against Liverpool. Played the majority of that match as well. Played fantastically well. And we see an embrace between Carlo Ancelotti and Thomas Tuchel on the touchline. The game is very soon to kick off here. I will let you guys know as soon as the ball is kicked, so that if you want to get on the same minute and second as me, you can, so that we can watch the commentary. If you don't like the commentators, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to be commentating here on GBFC. We're almost on 1,000 likes, guys. If you can hit the like button now, that would be fantastic. And I think the whistle is about to go. Here we go. Chelsea versus Everton, Premier League, 6 p.m. kickoff at Stamford Bridge. Massive game in the battle for top 4. Chelsea currently lead Everton by a single point. However, Everton have a game in hand, and they're in some very good form as the players take the knee for kickoff. Thomas Tuchel and Ancelotti joining the players, and the ball is kicked. We have started. The game is underway. It's Chelsea versus Everton at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League, as Dominic Calvert-Lewin wins an early header, and it goes straight back to Azpilicueta. Kurt Zouma bringing the ball forward here for Chelsea. Can we see the Zoomaldinho runs that we've seen from Rudiger in the past couple of games, as Christensen there dealing with the ball early under pressure? I think the fact that Everton are playing with 2 recognised strikers, with Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, is going to really put this Chelsea defence under a lot of pressure today. It's a very different lineup to what we saw from Liverpool, and I think it will put Chelsea under more pressure. Jorginho and Kovacic, but I think it will allow us to play with a slightly higher defensive line. Here is Zouma coming forward. Marcus Alonso. Here's Kovacic. Whew, I'm nervous, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm very, very nervous for this game. But fingers crossed, Chelsea can get the result. As Zouma kind of walking into a bit of trouble there. Kovacic shoves it back to Christensen. First minute of the game, Chelsea retaining possession as well as they possibly can for the early stages. Here's Reece James looking to get forward. His run is held. Thank you guys for over 1,000 likes. That is good news. I've had 2 hours sleep tonight. It is currently 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm pretty much awake as if it is the start of my day. So 6 Things We Learned is going to be filmed, recorded, uploaded straight after this game, and then I'll do player ratings as well, so that when you guys wake up in the morning, you've got your extra dose of Chelsea content. Early first 2 minutes of the game, Chelsea dominating the possession, trying to get forward. Everton containing us very well, and we're having to make passes very quickly. The pressure is very much on the Chelsea players whenever we have the ball, as Kai Havertz goes back to Christensen. Christensen plays the ball through to Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's got Alex Iwobi closing him down immediately. Here's Mateo Kovacic. Chelsea being patient, waiting for the ball between the lines, and it has found its way through towards Marcus Alonso, but it will go out for an Everton goal kick. Nice idea, though, from Mateo Kovacic there. I think it was actually given as an offside, maybe. Chelsea only winning 1 of the previous 6 meetings in the Premier League between these 2 sides. I think that's actually only 1 of the last 6 in all competitions. So you guys are saying that I'm behind the stream. I know. I'm in Indonesia, so it's not very easy. But the current time, if you do want to match it up with me, is 2 minutes 51 seconds. Click the live button. I mean, okay. I've just clicked the live button, and it's forwarded to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. 3 minutes 42 seconds now. So if that's where you want to be at, we can be in the same place. It is now, I think, live. 3 minutes 51 seconds as Chelsea look to get forward again with Kovacic. Now Kai Havertz, Alonso. I'm liking the early shape here from Chelsea. I think we look pretty good in possession. Now Christensen, you teleported. I did. I actually skipped 40 seconds there, which is pretty mad. We're currently at 4 minutes, 10 seconds as Kai Havertz finds a nice pocket of space, puts it onto his right foot, and then plays a nice pass out wide to Reece James. Now Werner. Havertz has made a run into the box. It's an early Chelsea corner here. If you've got your answers in regarding Chelsea corners on GBFC Selects, this is an early one within the first 5 minutes for Chelsea to pursue. Kurt Zuma is coming forward as Reece James looks to put the ball into the box here for Chelsea. First Chelsea corner of the game. Marcus Alonso coming short. Reece James, that's a very good piece of work. And Timo Werner. It's a well-worked Chelsea corner that. You can tell it's something they've discussed. Timo Werner gets his big toe on the end of it and it goes flying over the crossbar. But I like the idea. I just don't like these short corners. I think it's such a waste, but considering Everton have got some pretty tall players defensively, I think it's something Chelsea would have looked to do to exploit them defensively. What are we saying, guys? Are we impressed with the first 5 minutes? I think it's been pretty good so far, as Alonso wins a header and Callum Hudson-Odoi does very well there to get round the back of Allen. Now Reece James. Looking again towards Callum Hudson-Odoi forward. But Everton give the ball away as Chelsea press suffocates them. Now Jorginho, Reece James. He's got three Everton players closing Reece James down on that left-hand side every single time. Impressed so far. It's not bad. Oh, coffee is good. I'm going to have to top it up though because I am tired. Christensen goes all the way back to Edouard Mendy. It's been a patient start to the game, this from Chelsea. Kai Havertz does look good in possession. I'm liking this so far from him. We've seen Werner pull out wide as well. Here's Reece James, whose heavy first touch allows Everton to come away with the ball as Allen looks to play it over the top towards Calvert-Lewin and Kurt Zuma intercepts it. Now Kovacic coming away with the ball to Marcus Alonso. Hudson-Odoi, now Zuma. Such a big game this for Chelsea, you know. After the win at Liverpool, if we win here, taking 7 points from both United, Liverpool and Everton in the league would have been a huge coup for us. As Kai Havertz looks to progress forward with the ball in possession at his feet. Gives it to Marcus Alonso. Pulls himself a little bit further out again as Callum Hudson-Odoi comes closer. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Now Havertz again. To Mateo Kovacic. Andreas Christensen now looking to get forward with some confidence on the ball as he does well to take on Gylfi Sigurdsson. Brilliant stuff there from Christensen. It's brilliant what Christensen can do with the ball at his feet when he's playing with a little bit of confidence as Jorginho fills back into one of those centre-back positions and Azpilicueta. Now Christensen again. Kovacic out wide to Reece James, who's looking for the run of Kai Havertz, who comes short to collect the ball. It's good from Havertz. I like that. He wants the ball. Something we've not really necessarily seen from Ziyech too much in recent games. Actually moving towards where the ball is going in order to receive it and create an option or a passing lane for his teammates. Hudson-Odoi goes down. Now Alonso, it's been given as a foul here. No early efforts on goal from Chelsea, apart from the one that went over the crossbar from Timo Werner. And as for my stream, it's currently at 8 minutes, bang on 8 minutes right now at the time of speaking. Whoever this Dom guy is who keeps talking about feces, like, just, you know, I'm going to block this guy. Like, why do you keep talking about poo? Like, what are you, 2 years old? Click the live button every once in a while. Don't worry, I'm on it. It's all good. We love you, Chelsea. We do. We love you, Chelsea. We do. We love you, Chelsea. We do. Oh, Chelsea, we love you. Good pressure from Kai Havertz. As Olsen, the Everton goalkeeper, kicks... Oh, it's Pickford. I thought it was Olsen. Pickford's changed. Pickford looks different, man. He doesn't look like the same geezer that was saving penalties against Colombia. Not going to lie. Hashtag Dom out. Yeah, get it spammed in the chat. We don't need Dom chatting his rubbish nonsense. Greetings from the USA. Welcome. I've been very impressed with Kai Havertz actually here in the first 10 minutes. I think he's looked good. He's Been a very slow start to the game, but Chelsea are just, you know, doing what we've been doing a lot recently, which is easing our way into football matches, as we do give the ball away there. But Kovacic again wins it back in the middle. He's looked very good here in the early stages. Werner wins the tackle. Kai Havertz looking to carry it forward. He's found Reece James. Reece James gives it to Jorginho in a tight pocket of space. And on the half turn, Jorginho does very well there to move away from both Richarlison and Gylfi Sigurdsson. And in the end, Reece James ends up playing a poor ball, which is dealt with from the Everton defenders, but given straight back to Chelsea. This is brilliant Chelsea pressure here without the ball. Looking seriously good out of possession and very confident with the ball at our feet here as well. We've seen some nice little movements out of space from Jorginho and Christensen in the early stages, as Jorginho wins another central header and Luca Digne can come away with the ball here for Everton. Very impressed though with the way that we're playing. We're playing with such a confidence and exuberance right now, this Chelsea side. It's looking good. Mason Holgate there looking comfortable in possession. There's an Everton side playing with a lot of confidence here as well. I'm your youngest viewer. Well, that's clearly evident, my man, you know, not gonna lie. Please reply, love you in your videos. I think that's what you just said. What is your game time currently? Current game time is 10 minutes, 26 seconds as Kurt Zouma comes forward with the ball. Now Mateo Kovacic giving it to Jorginho. Lovely little 1-2 there between Kovacic and Jorginho. This is nice. Gives it to Havertz. Oh, Kai Havertz there gets it out from his feet, looking to get into a shooting opposition. Or shooting position, should I say. Now Hudson Odoi again, waiting for that Alonso run. Not quite on the same wavelength, but Chelsea looking very bright here in the early stages of this game. 11 minutes in, Chelsea 0, Everton 0. Thomas Tuchel is looking as though he wants a little bit more movement in sync from the Chelsea players right now. Someone's saying that Kai Havertz looks lost. I don't know if you're watching the same game as me, man. I think you're just typing that because you've been saying that a few times earlier in the season. You've got to watch the football game. And look, Kai Havertz is getting himself involved. He's coming short for the ball. He's winning the ball back. He's distributing it nicely. I think it's been a good first 11 and a half minutes from Kai Havertz. I think he's looked good. I'm going to defend the players. You know, if people are just giving them a bad time for the sake of it, I can see the pattern in the comments, guys, you know. Some people just type things because they're used to typing that about the player. You just got to watch, you know. Not always can the player do what he needs to do on the ball. It's not always about what he does on the ball. It's about in possession, out of possession. As Azpilicueta now coming forward for Chelsea. Jorginho and Kovacic. Seen a lot of nice little passing in those tight areas so far from Jorginho and Kovacic, which is very good. Christensen has been at his career best under Thomas Tuchel, I've seen in the comments. I wouldn't say that's too far from the truth, you know. I think that's a pretty good statement to make. I think he looks very confident. Now Richarlison coming forward for Everton, but Azpilicueta does well. Everton now with a throw-in. GBFC for life. I love that. Things you love to see. Dom, I know you're young, mate, as you keep telling us, but can you stop spamming the chat? You know, it's not really necessary, bro, I'm not going to lie. Now Everton coming forward with Gylfi Sigurdsson, who's a very dangerous player on the ball. Now Luca Digne. Probably I'd say one of the best left-backs in the league, I'm not going to lie. And Jorginho wins a foul there against Gylfi Sigurdsson. Good news. La 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 Chelsea. Come on then, Chelsea. 14 minutes into the game. Chelsea versus Everton. It's goalless at Stamford Bridge as of right now, with Andreas Christensen on the ball, playing a nice little ball through to Mateo Kovacic. Gives it back to Andreas Christensen. That's the thing at the moment that I like about this Chelsea team. Sometimes I always thought there was a bit of a worry about giving the ball to certain players in certain positions due to a lack of confidence. But at the moment, there's absolutely no lack of confidence in this Chelsea side. To give the ball to anybody in a tight situation, it's good. You know, it looks as though we're always a strong, cohesive unit, be it on the ball or off the ball, as Christensen intercepts and gives it to Azpilicueta. Nice one. There's over 1,000 of you in the chat still, which I really appreciate. You know, if you've chosen here to watch GBFC as well as watching the game, or if you're not watching the game because you can't for whatever reason, and you're just watching my commentary, I do appreciate it. You know, watch-alongs aren't for everybody, but, you know, you guys seem to be enjoying it. And this will be the final watch-along where we do not have the perfect stream setup. I've got some cool stuff lined up. I've got the timer all done with GBFC branding. It looks sick. I just need to get the dummy battery. As Jorginho there gives the ball away. First mistake there of the game, really. But we do get away with it because Azpilicueta wins the ball back. Reece James now going on a little run, overlapping Allen. And Reece James is still going here. He ends up going for goal. It's a very good run from Reece James. I like that. There wasn't really any movement ahead of him, so he takes the shot away. Chelsea get themselves a corner. But Reece James there showing his strength and his pace up against Allen, as we could see that happen a little bit more as the game moves on, as Reece James starts to drift inside a little bit more. We see a lot more of that now from Chelsea, of the wide players coming inside. Reece James to put the ball in. We're not going to go short this time. Reece James puts it in. It is towards Zuma, but it's away from Iwobi, and Jorginho hits a volley. That's not far away, you know. Goes just wide of Jordan Pickford's post. I think Pickford had it covered. He looked pretty confident it was going wide, but still, not a bad effort there from Chelsea. And it all came from a driving run from Reece James. As Jorginho hits the volley, it's about 1.5 feet wide of the post. Should do better than that really there, but it is going through a huge crowd of players. 16 minutes into the game, Chelsea 0, Everton 0. Two very evenly matched sides, not just in their current form, but also when you look at the lineups on the pitch as well. Both sides with 3 defenders. Everton playing more so with 2 recognised strikers. Chelsea looking as though they're playing with 2 behind Timo Werner as Kovacic comes through another tight little pocket of space. Timo Werner manages to keep it in, gives it to Kovacic again. Now Marcus Alonso. Good bit of urgency here from Chelsea. Lovely link up between Werner and Havertz. Werner's brought down there, and it's a yellow card for Mason Holgate. This is good news for Chelsea. Timo Werner causing a little bit of problems round the back. Some nice link up, which is what I've been saying for so long. Link up between Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, as Chelsea now have a free kick deep inside the Everton half. Mason Holgate now on a yellow card. That is good news, considering we've seen a lot of runs in behind. Somebody's saying that the possession suggests that it's not such an evenly matched game. Yeah, but Everton are dealing with it, you know. They're not giving Chelsea many shooting opportunities. But now Chelsea do have an opportunity with Reece James and Marcus Alonso over the ball. 17 minutes into the game. We've got Iwobi and Sigurdsson inside the wall for Everton here. I think it's going to be Reece James. Is it Alonso? I have no idea who it's going to be. Marcus Alonso puts the ball into the box. It's a lovely ball from Alonso. Pickford with a good punch and Jorginho with a volley. And that one goes wide again. Jorginho on the edge of the area. It's a good ball in though from Marcus Alonso. I'm not going to lie. It was dangerous. Jordan Pickford had to come and try and claim that. And he actually ends up getting a very big glove on it. And Jorginho again, like not really the guy you want the ball to be falling to on the edge of the area. Not the best. But so far, so good this from Chelsea. The only thing I'm worried about is even though we've not given Everton any opportunities yet, which again is just testament to the way that the Chelsea team defend and the way that we set up on the field, I feel as though we're not creating enough clear-cut opportunities so far. But the first time there, we really see the Havertz and Werner link up, and it forces a yellow card for Mason Holgate as Christensen now has the ball, giving it to Zuma. Once more to Kovacic, who I think has definitely looked for possession a lot in the Chelsea middle here. I think Kovacic has probably been the most important player in the first 20 minutes or so of this game. I'm seeing the South African army in the chat. Massive thank you to everybody here who's in the stream. Got over 1,000 viewers. Score is still Chelsea 0, Everton 0 into the 19th minute of the game. Marcus Alonso runs down the wing for me. Kai Havertz again dropping deeper to win the ball back. He's waiting for that Hudson-Odoi run. He's got the Hudson-Odoi run. It's nice from Havertz, who is fouled off the ball there. Referee waves play on, but there's 3 players ahead. Reece James does well. It's a pullback. And Andre Gomez ends up getting the ball away for Everton. I think, to be honest, I'd rather have just had the free kick there. get the opportunity to put another one of those balls into the box. It goes all the way back to Edouard Mendy. I don't know how that's not a foul, to be honest. Day one of spamming, Jordan Boyd is spamming my name. To be honest, I don't want any spam in my chat, so I'm just going to say your name this once, but I'm not going to do it again. Guys, you know, just keep things good here. I'm trying to do a professional job. If we don't spam the chat, it makes things a lot better for me. As Callum Hudson Odoi is given offside. Yeah, guys, please stop spamming. Like, I'm not gonna read that guy's comment out again. I'm just gonna block him from the chat. Although I don't seem to be able to do that for some reason. Who's that team we call the Chelsea? Who's that team we all adore? Don't think we have any mods in the chat right now. I'm hoping that a couple turn up, because I do have some mods. Guys, we have restricted Everton to absolutely nothing in the early stages here. They've not had a single sniff. I'm 20 minutes and 20 seconds into the game, and I've not seen Everton with any opportunities here. Luca Digne gives it to Sigurdsson. Nice little 1-2 there. And Digne does put it into the box, and Marcus Alonso forced to head it away. Andre Gomez with a nice touch, but again, Mateo Kovacic clearing up in the middle. Now Alex Iwobi back to Gomez again. You remember that horrific leg injury? Doesn't seem all that long ago, and the ball's played into the box, but into the safe hands and gloves of Edouard Mendy, who rolls it out to Mateo Kovacic. Back in the Chelsea starting 11 today. He spreads a lovely ball out to Reece James, and Azpilicueta is there. Chelsea looking for another free kick, but it's not given. Now Azpilicueta looking for forward movement, doesn't really see much, and Jorginho, that's such a waste of time. Sometimes with Jorginho, I really don't want him to do that. I want him to make a little movement forward so that we don't have to make that extra pass backwards. Reece James, now Hudson Odoi. Hudson Odoi giving it to Kai Havertz, who's done very well here. He puts the ball into the box, and Jordan Pickford, very grateful to see that one going straight into his gloves there. Timo Werner was lurking. I'm seeing a lot of people say that they didn't know Havertz was so fast. Well, you shouldn't have doubted him so soon. Kai Havertz, I think, is actually proving one of Chelsea's most important players in this game so far. I really like how he's dropping deep, coming into pockets of space, offering himself for the pass, for the short ball. And Chelsea give the ball away though here. Now Alex Iwobi coming forward. Sigurdsson. Just get the feeling that Everton are starting to grow into this game here in the midway point in the first half. Michael Keane now. Andre Gomez, Mason Holgate intercepted by Jorginho, but Alex Iwobi gets the ball back. Good possession this from Everton. Calvert-Lewin. Richarlison has not had a single sniff so far. Luca Digne though, this is good possession from Everton. Azpilicueta does well to get the ball away. Come on, Chelsea. We have 1,100 people still in the chat. Welcome to everybody who's new. Make sure you subscribe to GBFC if you haven't already done so. My 6 Things We Learned, which is my post-match series, will be live straight after the game. Oh, it's dangerous. But Chelsea again, confident with the ball at the back as Edouard Mendy sees it into his gloves. Mendy looking for his 13th clean sheet in 23 games. Chelsea playing wonderfully. I wouldn't say it's been wonderful. I'd say it's been calculated so far. We've not had a single shot on target though, halfway through the first half. The good news is once again, we have not allowed Everton any attempts on goal, be it a shot on target or off target. Hashtag commentator George Benson. Shout out to anybody who's muted their commentary to listen to the GBFC commentary. It's Hakim Ziyech is seen warming up. I wonder if that is going to be a Callum Hudson-Odoi early substitution. He's not really imposed himself on this game yet. Everton growing slowly into this half. Richarlison giving the way though as Jorginho draws the foul in a tight pocket of space. Very well done again there from J5. My stream is behind, just a heads up. I'll give you guys an update if you want to keep it on the same time. It's bang on 24 minutes and 3 seconds so far. Come on, Chelsea. We need a goal, you know? We need something to spice it up a little bit. It's not like there's a difference. I always say this. When the game's 0-0 and I say it's boring, some people think I'm just like a stupid football fan who needs to see goals and get excited about a goal to say a game isn't boring. And Richarlison lets the ball roll there. He's kept it in well, but this is not a boring 0-0. This is a very entertaining 0-0. Luca Digne puts it in. It is towards Gomez, and it will come into Edouard Mendy's hands there. But Everton is starting to look more dangerous here. You know, we're not giving them any real opportunities, but they're getting the ball in space deeper inside Chelsea's half as the half seems to progress it. Jorginho with the ball at his feet, looking for movement forward. Doesn't see anything. It's very static at the moment from Chelsea. We need more of those Havertz dropping deep runs. He actually does show himself there. Jorginho ends up going back to Christensen. Christensen now looking to get forward. Rolls it out to Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zouma now looking to dribble forward in that left centre-back position. It's a poor pass from Zouma. Havertz was making the right movement, but it wasn't quite the darting run that we needed as Chelsea poorly give the ball away there in possession. Thomas Tuchel looking frustrated on the sidelines, you know. And I can understand why, because at the moment, as this half's progressing, we're becoming less and less clinical in possession. You know, it's looking very pedestrian all of a sudden from Chelsea, which is allowing Everton to get the ball back because we're actually giving the ball away now. Now Richarlison, who's dropped a bit deeper here for Everton, but he does give the ball away to Alonso there, who intercepts it in a central area. Andre Gomez fouls Marcos Alonso, and it will be a Chelsea free kick just inside the Chelsea half. Guys, we got the YouTube play button for GBFC. If that isn't a good enough reason to hit the like button, I do not know what is. No creativity at all. Yeah, I'm starting to see... Well, I mean, I'm starting to see. It's not as if like this is brand new news for me. The fact that Mason Mount is not in the starting 11. You know, he is that guy that makes those runs, who makes those incisive passes in the final third, breaks up the lines. I think we do desperately need Mason Mount in the side. Mount in and Ziyech in, I'm seeing in the chat at the moment. I don't know about Ziyech at this point. I think Ziyech's the kind of player that we should bring off the bench with half an hour to go. Change things up with some different kind of passing. Now Kai Havertz. Go on, Kai. Driving forward. Kai Havertz trying to draw the foul. The referee's given nothing there. I'll be interested to see that again. What a slide tackle, though, from Mateo Kovacic. Now Hudson Odoi. Foul is given against Hudson Odoi. Just had a $5 donation come in from Ozymandias, who says, spend this on beer. I'm actually not drinking at the moment. I've decided I don't want to drink for a little bit. I think that's a foul on Kai Havertz there. I have no idea how he's not given that. He's got two players squeezing him in the middle. I think Havertz should have won Chelsea a free kick there. He couldn't really have done much more, but nothing's given. Come on, you Blues. How am I watching the game? I'm watching it on Mola TV. Now Gylfi Sigurdsson, Kovacic winning the ball back again in a central area. That is an awful foul from Jorginho. I think it's going to be a yellow card there. It's a free kick in an incredibly dangerous position now for Everton. Almost at the half an hour point here in the first half. I mean, that's, you know, Jorginho is susceptible to that. But why he's diving in there in that kind of position is beyond me. You know, Chelsea should have had a free kick down the other end, you know, just within 60 seconds before. But this is a very dangerous position for an Everton free kick here. And I'm worried about this, I'm not going to lie. Jorginho looks as though he's managed to get away with a booking. But Everton have got some serious players here. Edouard Mendy is trying to usher his wall into the position that he wants them. And Luca Digne looks as though he's the most likely to step up and take this free kick. This is a seriously dangerous position. Gylfi Sigurdsson as well over the free kick. I think Everton could score this, you know. This is the worst position on the field to give away a dead ball kick here. 29 minutes in. This would be a perfect time for Everton to score as well, because they've started to ease into the game. As Luca Digne hits it straight into the Chelsea wall, it'll be an Everton corner, but well defended. But we should not be giving the ball away in that position. We just had a £2 donation. George, get a clock for the game. I've already said, thank you for the donation, but I've already said in the chat that if it wasn't for the camera, I need to get a dummy battery. I've got a clock made. I've actually got a GBFC timer made for these streams. I just need to get a dummy battery so that I can, you know, do the stream from my camera as opposed to my phone. So there'll be a proper graphic layout, halftime like studio layout. It's gonna be sick, you know. And I think the next stream after this one, I don't think there's going to be a stream for Everton, not for Everton, for Leeds. Oh, it's dangerous. Michael Keane and Everton appealing for a handball. Nothing is given. Marcus Alonso gets it away. It'll be a Chelsea throw-in. I'm going to do another stream this week that isn't for a match, so that I can test out everything and show you guys how it works. But there's going to be some sick stuff, you know. We're going to have a little graphic with the starting lineup, that kind of thing. It's going to be sick. Now, Chelsea coming forward, 30 minutes, 30 seconds in to the first half. The game's starting to come to life a little bit now, but sadly for Chelsea, it's when we've allowed Everton back into the game. People saying the next goal bridge. I wouldn't say necessarily the next goal bridge. We're going to be doing the Chelsea version. It's Chelsea coming forward again. It's Hudson Odoi. Lovely ball into Alonso. Central Kai Havertz. Yes, we've scored. 1-0 to the mighty Chelsea. Kai Havertz is back in the side, and he is back with a Premier League goal. And what a massive goal it could be in Chelsea's quest for the top 4 this season. It's Chelsea 1, Everton 0. Marcus Alonso with the assist. Kai Havertz with the finish. It goes in. Thomas Tuchel's there with his pen and paper in hand. Jordan Pickford asking questions of his defence. And Kai Havertz has scored for Chelsea. Massive moment. He's back in the side today. He's looked very good in the opening half an hour of this game, getting into good positions. And it's a lovely pass from Hudson Odoi. Alonso getting forward. And the finish from Kai Havertz. It takes a deflection, I think, there. But Chelsea have the lead. Get in there, boys. And it's Kai Havertz, the German, with the goal. I've been saying for the last few games, I want Kai Havertz to be starting. And I'm so happy to see him start and get a goal. It'll be absolutely massive for his confidence. And it's not just for his confidence, it's massive for Chelsea, this goal, you know. If anybody's here in the stream, keep an eye on the timestamp, please, for the goal. And if you can make a note of the timestamp, it would be excellent, because I can then go and put it in the comments for people to go and watch afterwards. Chelsea 1, Everton 0, and it is Mr. Kai Havertz with the goal. A massive goal, potentially, in Chelsea's season. Get in there, my boys. Kai Havertz with the moment. And now, we've just got to keep playing the same kind of football. We've dominated the majority of this half. Everton was starting to move into the game a little bit more. It's been given as a Ben Godfrey own goal, according to the Chelsea app. It's just pinged up on my phone. But I'm giving that one to flipping Havertz, you know? Maybe it wasn't going in, but I think it was. Come on. Get in there. If you haven't yet hit the like button on the stream, make sure you do so. I need more singing and chants from Mr. Yes Guys and a football therapy collab. It's been a while actually since we've had a football therapy collab, so it will be coming soon. Got a big recording session today as well with somebody else. Cobra Kai. Get in there, Chelsea. 1-0 up at home to Everton. The boys from Merseyside for the second time in a week. Chelsea looking to take a Merseyside scalp under Thomas Tuchel. It's looking good. Chelsea 1, Everton 0. As Chelsea putting the pressure on Everton again in possession, even deep inside their own half. Come on, the Chelsea. Marcus Alonso, let's see the goal again. I mean, to be honest, I think it will be given as an own goal. But he's in the right position, you know? Kai Havertz gets in the right place at the right time to send the ball goal bound. 35 minutes into the game, Chelsea leading Everton in this 6-pointer in the top 4. Win this, we go 4 points clear of Everton, and Everton have a game in hand. So it puts Chelsea in a position where they have the top 4 in their own hands as Kovacic wins the ball back in the middle and somehow managed to find its way to Timo Werner, who gives it to Havertz again in a dangerous position as my stream starts to lag just at the wrong time. Why has it done that? It's not lagged the entire flipping game. Kai Havertz gets the ball onto his left foot. It is blocked. If you're looking for the timestamp for my stream, it's 34 minutes, 54 seconds. If you want to be on the same time as me. Jorginho giving it to Kova. We've got 1,400 people in the stream. That is what I like to see. Marcus Alonso, the furthest forward, as Iwobi gives it back to Jordan Pickford. Sing some more. I'll try me best, you little rascals, as I fill myself up with a wee bit of coffee. It's 2 o'clock in the bloody morning, and I've so-called had all my sleep for the night. You know, I had 2 hours of sleep before this stream. That is how dedicated we are to the cause. I should add a timer in the corner. Yes, I keep repeating this. I would add a timer if I could, but I can't stream from my laptop. I have to stream from my phone at the moment. Why is there a fly on my hand? Who invited him to the pie? Come on, Chelsea. Big, big goal. Scored. I don't care if they're giving it for a flipping own goal, you know. We had Timo Werner's goal taken away from us the other day. We're having Kai Havertz's goal taken away from us here due to an own goal. I'm not taking that, you know. Get the flipping fly out. Get Kai Havertz on the score sheet. That's what I say. If that was Ziyech, what did someone say? Someone's saying that Ziyech wouldn't have been in that position. Do you know what? I'm not even going to say that I agree or disagree on that, because at the end of the day, it was Kai Havertz in that position. Kai Havertz gets the start. Credit to Thomas Tuchel for putting him in the side. Credit for Kai for being in the right position. Do I have an inherent fear of bugs? No, I've got a fear of spiders, but bugs in general, like, I'm not that bothered about bugs, you know? Like, they can bug off. That's what I say. Yes, the Chelsea admin on Instagram saying they're going to claim the goal for Kai. That's what I like to see, you know. It should be given to Kai. He's in the goal-bound position. You know, if Kai Havertz isn't there, that goal shouldn't count. I think instead of giving own goals, like the defender doesn't want the own goal, the attacker wants the goal. So why don't we just change this rule that if the ball isn't going in the direction of the goal, it should be like who basically makes the ball go in the back of the net. You know? And Chelsea were trying to score, Kai Havertz was trying to put it in the back of the net. So that's my take on like own goals. I don't know if I've just come up with something revolutionary there, but I think most people would probably agree. As Everton come away with the ball, Luca Digne, Reece James doing well, but now Richarlison has it in a little tight pocket of space in the middle. Andre Gomez. Now Allen. Reece James doing superbly to win it back there. Kai Havertz as well doing well. Havertz is showing more passion than Ziyech. I think we should stop comparing it and just enjoy Kai Havertz's performance so far, you know? I think we should stop trying to compare it to like, you know, there's a reason why I said Ziyech shouldn't start this game and Havertz should. And I think we're seeing that, but I don't think we should use player comparisons every time we're coming up with a description of how someone's playing. Reece loves the chest touches. He does. Reece is a very big lad. You know, he loves to get the ball down to the floor, but he can control it with various different parts of his body. Now Kovacic, we're into the 39th minute of the game. 38 minutes, 32 seconds as Chelsea look to get forward again in the first half, but it's given away. Gylfi Sigurdsson, that's dangerous. Now Richarlison is in very good form, but the Danish Maldini scoops in and swoops the ball away from his feet again. That was dangerous. It's a one-on-one. Andreas Christensen doing superbly again to make sure Chelsea come to no harm as Jorginho looks to play the ball over the top. Mason Holgate deals with it, gives it to Pickford under pressure from Timo Werner. Now Luca Digne, Chelsea pinning Everton here into their own half. Everton not able to get the ball forward and string any kind of passes together in the middle of the field as once again they're forced forward and Christensen deals with the possession. Reece James now for Chelsea as Piliqueta. Giving it to Reece James, dealing with things well in a tight pocket of space. Reece James, it's a dangerous ball back towards Mendy, but it's controlled well on his chest. And Christensen again, giving an option for the ball in possession. Shout out to Tom, who is one of the mods in the chat. Welcome to the stream, buddy. 40 minutes into the game and Chelsea lead Everton, dominating possession with 70% as we come forward again now with Marcus Alonso. Can you be mod? Certainly not from asking. Callum Hudson-Odoi now coming central here for Chelsea. Hudson-Odoi, shot is blocked by Michael Keane, but it will fall to Mateo Kovacic, who goes all the way back to the Danish Maldini himself. Andreas Christensen giving it back to Kovacic again. Chelsea need to create more shooting opportunities here. I think Everton have looked very good defensively, apart from that one moment where Kai Havertz gets into the dangerous area. Now Jorginho. Now Kovacic again. Marcus Alonso is in. Alonso's in. Jordan Pickford. Oh, how has he got down and saved that? That is a wonderful save from Jordan Pickford. Marcus Alonso getting around the back again, finding a pocket of space. Very good from Alonso, by the way. This is not the first time he's done this. He got the assist for the goal the same way. Marcus Alonso forcing a brilliant save from Jordan Pickford, who was wrong-footed, and he manages to get down low. And that is a very, very good save from the Everton goalkeeper as Chelsea have a corner again that Marcus Alonso is coming over to take. Chelsea looking to double their lead here before half-time. Alonso into the middle again towards Havertz, but it's cleared away. Now Jorginho gives it to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Marcus Alonso again. Come on, Chelsea. If we can get a second goal before half-time, then we're going to be laughing. Hudson-Odoi, now Allen wins the ball back in the middle and comes forward for Everton. Now Luca Digne. Michael Keane. What a chance that was. To be honest, Alonso can't do much more with that. It's a brilliant save from Jordan Pickford. We're playing well, but 1-0 is always dangerous. To be honest, you know, it's either 0-0 or 1-0 at the moment for Chelsea, and I would take a 1-0 in this game. 3 points in this fixture once again would be absolutely massive as Chelsea look to put the top 4 destiny into our own hands. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, that's brilliant from Calvert-Lewin. Gives it to Richarlison, lovely chest down and little heel away. Kovacic toes it to Reece James, who tries to get it forward again. Timo Werner now looking to make the run, as Kai Havertz does very well to intercept the possession. Now Callum Hudson-Odoi again. He's got Alonso making an overlapping run. He finds Alonso again, but Alex Iwobi does well to scoop the ball clear. People saying, I'm seeing so much mixed thoughts on Callum Hudson-Odoi. That was a poor pass, but I don't think he's playing badly. I think maybe in the first 20 minutes of the game, he really struggled to impose himself. But so far, everything is going in Chelsea's favour. The scoreline is in our favour. The big chances, again, are going our way. And we're looking by far the better side in this game. Mason Holgate on a yellow card, remember. The brilliant news is that we're doing well. We're dominating this game at the moment. And we've still got so many brilliant players on the bench to come on if we need to do something different. It is fantastic news that there's so much strength in depth in this Chelsea side and that the players are buying into Tuchel's ideas so early on to his managerial Chelsea career. Kai Havertz there, unlucky in possession. Got nearly 1,400 people in the stream. Make sure you've hit that like button and that you are subscribed to GBFC if you're new around here and haven't already done so. I've got flies who keep flying in my bloody ear. Never invited them to the party, let alone into my bloody ear roll. 1 minute to go until half time. Chelsea 1, Everton 0. There's not really been that much room for stoppages in this game. So for that reason, I think we should be pretty good with not having too much injury time here. Going in 1-0 would be good. I'm seeing people comparing Mason Mount and Phil Foden in the chat. That is definitely something we can talk about at half time. Tammy Abraham excluded again. Yes, I mean, if you look at Tammy's Instagram, he looks fit. He was posting a picture, I think, on Instagram saying loading. And who knows what that means. I think there's definitely a lot to be said for Tammy Abraham not being in the squad. Some people were saying it's to do with Erling Haaland. Some people are saying it's to do with the new contract. Some people are saying it's just he doesn't fit into the system. Not sure which one I believe. I think it could be a mixture of everything at the moment, but Thomas Tuchel doesn't pick him again in the squad. Where do I get this jacket? I actually got it as a Christmas present, and the ball is played in, and Mendy does well to get it away. Now Alex Iwobi, Everton, there's only 1 minute of stoppage time. Gomez drives a shot down low, and Edouard Mendy with the save. The first time that he's had to really do something here, and it comes just before half time. Everton managing to get a shot on target 40 minutes before Liverpool did, which just shows the difference in quality on Merseyside at this moment in time. The blue side, pretty much like London, Merseyside is looking blue. It's a good strike from Gomez. Mendy does well to get down there, but it should see Chelsea through to half time. We've got 15 seconds to go. We've had a £2 donation from Victor. So, what are we saying about this game in the first half? Chelsea 1, Everton 0 at Stamford Bridge at half time. Very, very good half from Chelsea. We've dominated the large portion of the game, created the best opportunities, scored the only goal. Kai Havertz will claim it. Jorginho is putting his arm around Havertz as they both walk off the field. It looked as though he was saying that the ball was going off. The Premier League have also given it to Ben Godfrey, but, you know, I am happy to sit here and give it to Kai Havertz all day long. What are you guys saying in the stream of the chat? Are you happy with the way that we've been playing here in the first half? What do you think? I think it's been pretty good so far, not going to lie. I think we can be happy with what we're doing on the ball. I think we can be happy with what we're doing off the ball as well. We're restricting Everton. I've not seen Everton really put that many passes together at all in this half. 74% possession as well. It's a massive stat. Got the last bit of coffee. I've literally gone through an entire cafetiere of coffee. Can you believe it? I'm such a raucous individual, guys. You know? Trying to be a good influence on everybody over here. All right, what are we saying? What are we saying in the stream? Chelsea, 8 attempts to Everton's 4. Both sides with 1 on target. 68% possession. Chelsea with pretty much double, more than double Everton's total passes. 90% pass accuracy, 3 corners, and no yellow cards. It's pretty much a faultless half of football from Chelsea Football Club. Looking very solid in possession. Very solid out of possession. And again, like, I always say this at the moment with the Thomas Tuchel team, but I look at the starting 11, and I think most of the time, I'm looking at the omissions from the team, the players that don't quite make it into the starting 11. I'm basing my initial thoughts not so much on who's starting, and more so much on who's actually missing out on the sidelines. So, you know, the fact that we see no N'Golo Kante, no Mason Mount, actually worried me when I first looked at it, I'm not going to lie. But compared to what I saw against Liverpool, there's a lot more optimism now when I look at the lineup, because I know that we've actually got a game plan. You know, I don't like to always make these comparisons under Lampard, but I think there were so many times during the games under Lampard where I felt as though there was no in-game plan. There was no structure to what we were trying to achieve with our possession or without possession on the pitch. But now we can see a serious Chelsea shape. I think we've been very good again in this game, and I think that Thomas Tuchel is in a very good position right now where all of the players that he picks, whether it's Alonso or Chilwell, whether it's Reece James or Hudson Odoi in the wing-back role, whether it's Kai in this game or Ziyech, I think everybody knows what we're trying to achieve, and for that reason, Chelsea can dominate all of these matches. You know, let's think about this. You know, there's nearly 2,000 people in the chat right now, so this is a good time to get into some proper analysis. You look at the way we played away at Spurs, the way we played away at Atletico Madrid, Manchester United at home even though that was probably, I think, the one where we've been the most nervous. Liverpool away. This first half against Everton, we've absolutely dominated these teams. You know, these are top teams coming to play at Chelsea, or we're going to their stadium, and, you know, we're absolutely dominating these teams in possession and out of possession. And that is still, you could argue, with some of our most talented players not even in the starting 11s. So, you know, I think it's very exciting times for Chelsea right now. Thomas Tuchel, incredibly cool on the sidelines. He's got a plan, and everything he's planning at the moment, he's executing to perfection, which I absolutely love. And I think that when we see what he's going to do with the transfer market, I think he's going to be working very closely with the Chelsea board to make sure that the players that we bring in this summer are players that fits this system. You know, he's come in and he's implemented a strategy that's changed the way we play immediately. So for that reason, I think the board would be very foolish to not back him with players that he really feels fit the system. I think there'll be that will have Chelsea targets. And what I mean by Chelsea targets is Roman Abramovich likes these big name players because it's good for the brand of the club. And I think Erling Haaland is the one that we keep bringing up here on GBFC, that the media keep bringing up as well. He's that Chelsea signing, you know, he's that big name player that makes a big statement. And I also think that there isn't any manager in world football that wouldn't want Erling Haaland in their side. So I think Thomas Tuchel will be very happy if Chelsea are in fact interested in signing him. We're so close to 2,000 people in the stream. Welcome to everybody who's joined at halftime. If you could hit the like button, see if we can get up to 2,000 likes, then that would be absolutely delightful. And then if you want to stay tuned for the stream in the second half, then that will be awesome as well, because I'm doing commentary throughout the game. Kai Havertz is being robbed for the goal. I totally agree. I actually mentioned during the end of the first half there that I think a really good idea for this offside rule is that it's quite clear that if Kai Havertz isn't on the pitch, the ball doesn't go in the back of the net. So for the benefit of the player trying to score and the player trying not to score an own goal, surely it's mutually beneficial for football that the attacker gets the goal and the defender doesn't get given the own goal. I think that would be pretty much a win-win-win for absolutely everybody. We get to see another goal on Kai Havertz's stats at the end of the season, and he gets to celebrate, you know? Early night today, yes. Well, I didn't really have an early night because I was busy trying to work out how I could do this stream with my camera, but I couldn't end up doing it. It had to be with the phone again. So I didn't actually get to go to sleep as early as I would have liked to. But it doesn't matter. It's okay. Yes, there is over 2,000 people in the stream. It's what you love to see at halftime. Absolutely love that. Welcome to everybody who's new around here. Make sure you're subscribed to GBFC and you've hit the like button. What are my opinions on Callum Hudson-Odoi? I think Hudson-Odoi has been one of those players in the first half who's split a lot of the opinions in the comments. I've seen a lot of people say he's looked good. I think positionally and the pass that he made to Alonso was very smart. I think he tried to get a good attempt on goal, but it was blocked by the Everton defenders. I think he's in good positions, Callum Hudson-Odoi, but I think he could do more. You know, I don't think it's been his best game, but I also don't think it's been his worst. I think there's been halves where we've seen him do a lot less, and then maybe he's been taken off. So I don't think it's too bad. As for how we're playing, I've got a question for you guys here in the chat. Do you think we played better in the first half against Liverpool or in this first half against Everton? We created more clear-cut chances in the first half against Liverpool, but I'd say we've looked so solid in this first half here against Everton. that it's very difficult for me to actually make a judgment call on that one. I would love to know what you guys have to say. I'm seeing a mixture of responses so far. People saying Everton, people saying Liverpool. I think the good thing about this is the general consensus is that we've had a good half here, which is great news. Brandon Garcia, thank you for the donation. How come you don't stream on Twitch? Good question. To be honest, I don't know if it's better to stream on Twitch or to stream here on YouTube. We just had a big donation come in, £10 from Flix, who is a regular donator here to the stream. I'm going to make Flix a mod. He's been donating a lot. What a performance from Chelsea. It's Timo time, says Flix. I agree. I think Timo's going to get in the goals in the second half. I'm calling a Timo Werner goal. Hashtag spam Timo Turbo Timo in the chat. Timo Turbo Timo, yeah. Get a bit of spam going. Both are good performances. I agree. We've been decent. Turbo Timo, it's Turbo Timo time. We love it all the time. It's Turbo Timo time. It's Turbo Timo time. We'd love to get some more goals. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. As much as these 1-0s are absolutely perfect for what we're trying to achieve in our season, I wouldn't mind a 6-5. You know, I wouldn't mind a game with a load of goals. It would be absolutely delightful. Turbo Timo is in the house. Just going to leave a little comment. Okay, Turbo Timo in the chat. You love to see it. What are we saying then? Would we make any changes here at half time? Thank you again, Flix, for the other donation. I appreciate it, my man. We're almost at 2,000 likes on the stream. I will take a swig of coffee when we manage to hit the 2,000 likes. What will we do? If you were Thomas Tuchel right now, what would be your move here at half time? Would you bring on Christian Pulisic? Would you bring anybody off? Is there anyone who you think deserves to come off? I think it's tough to really say anyone deserves to come off, but if I was to make, we've had 2,000 likes. Cheers, guys. You're a bunch of flipping legends. To be honest, I think this is absolutely perfect for Chelsea because, you know, as much as we want to see Mason Mount in the team, it wouldn't be too far gone to say that he probably does deserve to have a little rest. So I think the fact that it's going so well and we don't need to sub him on to change the game is perfect. You know, if we can rest players in home games against Everton, then that's when you know that things are going very well for your club. So with Leeds coming up at the weekend, which is going to be a very difficult prospect, I think this is actually a perfect way that Chelsea have done this here in the first half. The fact that we can rest Mason Mount, rest N'Golo Kante, players who I think will be needed in terms of the game intensity that we'll see against Leeds. I think that's it, you know. I think we've just established there why Thomas Tuchel has rested both Kante and Mount for this one, probably with Leeds United in mind, who are in good form again, you know. We're playing some big teams at the moment, guys. Leeds might not be in contention for the top 4, but they're in good form. They're looking good. They want a top half finish as well. So I think that Mount and Kante have definitely been rested with that in mind, but I think we will see them introduced if things start to change at the beginning of the second half. There's a lot of people in the stream right now. I'm very, very happy with that. Welcome to anybody who's new. Hope you're enjoying the match. It's been good so far. Chelsea looking solid. A Ben Godfrey own goal, which again, like, it's frustrating. I want to give it to Kai Havertz the way I wanted to give Timo Werner a goal against Liverpool last week, but for a dreadful offside. We look at the average formation of the Chelsea players again, and I said this against Liverpool. It's so good how everybody is playing in the position that we thought they would be at the start of the game. Kai Havertz has been the most advanced so far, Timo Werner dropping deeper. But as for what we forced Everton to do, Everton have been chasing the game. You can see from their possession stats with their formations that Sigurdsson, Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin have been isolated and they're forced to stretch. Kai Havertz with 29 different touches, covered 6 kilometres in that first half, top speed of 32.23, 13 different sprints on his touch map in the first half. It's been a very good first half of football from Kai Havertz. Been impressed with what he's been doing. And the second half will be underway very soon. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the halftime analysis. We've had a lot of good chat here in the halftime analysis. I cannot wait to show you guys the halftime screen, the next stream that we're able to do. I think the next stream will be after the Atletico Madrid game. I think there's going to be 2 matches, both Leeds and Atletico, where a stream isn't going to be possible because I'm going to be going into the north of Bali. Maybe it's possible, I'm not sure. It depends on the Wi-Fi. But we are looking good. Leeds is a good challenge for the defence. Yeah, I think the Leeds game could be one where we see a bit of a shift from Chelsea in terms of these grinding out little results, 1-0s, 0-0s, and it could end up being a game where we see a couple more goals when we go to Ellen Road. I'm going to hit the like button on my own stream. You know what? What an absolute rebel that I am. Come on then, Chelsea. Mason Mount is out warming up, which is exciting. You know, I always get excited when I see Mason Mount about to come on to the field of play for Chelsea. Christian Pulisic is also warming up at half-time for Chelsea. Big news. Woo! Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together and winning is our aim. So cheer us on through the sun and rain, 'cause Chelsea is our name. Olivier Giroud is also out warming up. Check your notifications, just subbed. If I had notifications on every time I had a subscriber, I'd have a bit of a problem. I'm not going to lie. Tom Davis is also out warming up for Everton. He's a good player. Is Billy injured or is he just too far down the pecking order? I think at the moment there's too many solid performances in the middle of the park that Billy Gilmour, you know, there was talks in January that maybe Frank Lampard would have been open to loaning Billy Gilmour out. And I think the problem is that Billy Gilmour is such a good player that he should be playing Premier League football. But Chelsea have such a strong squad that at the moment, the way Jorginho is playing, the way that Kovacic's form has turned around, Kante when he's in the side has been fantastic. You know, it's very difficult for Billy Gilmour to really get a sniff at this point. So for that reason, maybe a loan move would have been good. But at the same time, you know, what can you do? You're impressed with the players that are out on the field. As the Chelsea players come out for the beginning of the second half. Edouard Mendy running with his drink and his towel in his hand. Thiago Silva in his jacket. I flipping love Thiago Silva, man. Even when he's not playing, I just absolutely love the geezer. Carlo Ancelotti coming out with his Everton side as well. You never know what anybody's saying when they're talking to each other under their masks. Guys, I implore you, stay on the GBFC stream for the second half. I know a lot of you have been in here for half time. We've almost doubled the viewership at half time. Make sure you stay tuned in for the second half as we can hopefully experience another Chelsea victory together. We're 1-0 up thanks to a Ben Godfrey own goal, but we're giving it to Kai Havertz here on the stream. We've got a £5 donation from Simon Kenner. How do we right-size Haaland when Werner and Kai were the best thing since sliced bread, and yet they've struggled compared to Mason and Reece? I somehow think that Kai Havertz is actually a little different. Not Kai Havertz. I think Haaland is different. I think he's like, when people talk about Ronaldo and Messi level, I think in a few years' time, when both of those guys are retired, I think Haaland will be one of those players, along with Mbappe, who is discussed on a Ronaldo-Messi level. Kai Havertz and Timo Werner, when they came in, no one was talking about these guys on that level. You know, we knew they were very good players. They have a lot of ability and potential, but we didn't necessarily think they were going to come in and score 30 goals a season. You look at Haaland's record, 19 goals in 19 games in the Bundesliga this season, 45 or 43 goals in like almost a goal a game at 20 years old. The man's an absolute monster. He's a genius. He's a machine. He's a Viking, you know? As much as I love Chelsea's Timo and Kai Havertz, I think Erling Haaland is different gravy. Different kettle of fish. As Chelsea look to get the game underway at the beginning of the second half. Chelsea 1, Leeds United 0. Leeds United, not Leeds United, Everton 0. I've got to see people talking about the Leeds game in the chat. Getting excited, getting ahead of ourselves. But we have got a game to go out and win here. Callum Hudson-Odoi still on the field. Maybe we see Mason Mount introduced for Callum Hudson-Odoi as the game draws on. It's a good idea though from Hudson-Odoi there, looking for the ball through to Timo Werner. Got 1,700 people in the stream. I rate that very highly indeed. Most successful signing this season. I still think it's been... Actually, no. You know what? Since Silva's been out injured, I think we should shine some light on Edouard Mendy, who... I'm not going to jinx things, but before this game, 12 clean sheets in 22 Premier League starts for Edouard Mendy is a phenomenal record for a new goalkeeper. Interesting stat, by the way, in terms of Premier League football. Fulham are the only team close to Chelsea and Manchester City in the turn of this year for clean sheets. Fulham have kept 6 clean sheets since the turn of the year. Alonso gets round the back, he does well, tries to drag it in. And he's looking for handball there, Alonso. I'm not sure how he's managed to come to that conclusion that that's even worth looking for as Sigurdsson gets it out of his feet to Gomez. Now Richarlison. Gomez again, giving it to Luca Digne. Why was Havertz's goal stolen? To be honest, I don't think it was necessarily stolen. I think Ben Godfrey has helped it to go in, to be honest. So I think we actually need to be grateful for the Everton defender there that he actually did get involved. So lots of people saying that Chelsea need to double the scoreline here in the early stages of the second half. I am very inclined to agree. I think Everton are a dangerous prospect, and if we allow them to get involved in the game, there was like a 5-10 minute spell in the first half where they looked to be getting a foothold, but we managed to contain it and then we went and scored the goal. So if we can actually get a second goal in the early stages of this game, in the second half here, then I think as Everton look to push more, there could be more goals up for grabs for Chelsea in this one. We've had another £5 donation from Simon Kennett. Thank you for the respectful answer. Keep up the good work. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. As Chelsea get forward again, Reece James up against Luca Digne. Looking to get round the back, and it will be a Chelsea throw-in deep inside the Everton half that Reece James will take. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who only needs one chance. Yes, I agree. But you could also say the same the other day about Diogo Jota, Firmino, Salah, Mane. We pocketed all of them. Who's to say we're even going to give Everton that chance? I hope I've not jinxed things there, but that being said, doesn't matter. We should go for a second goal. I don't think we should rest on our laurels here and just try and sit back. We shouldn't be defending leads. We should be looking to build on them. Kai is low-key fast as F. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's common knowledge. You know, if anyone's watched him play, you see that he's got that wonderful burst of pace. Salah always needs 10 chances. Yeah, but we didn't give them 10 chances. Someone's saying, how's your bladder? My bladder's pretty solid, actually, not gonna lie. I don't need the bathroom, just to clarify for absolutely every single one of you watching who actually gives a Scooby-Doo. But, you know, who knows, come the end of the game, might have to take a quick, oh, Mendy, that's dangerous. Quick little leak before we record 6 things that we learned. Chelsea coming forward with Cesar Azpilicueta, Jorginho. Very smart in possession, Jorginho, always looking over his shoulder. Kovacic, now Callum Hudson-Odoi, dropping deeper. Everton pressing well at the beginning of the second half. Caffeine stops pee. Blimey, we are going through a science lesson here in the chat today. To be honest, I've drunk 4 cups of coffee. I need to. I got 2 hours sleep, and I don't intend on going to sleep after this either. I'm going to stay awake, record 6 things we learned, upload 6 things we learned, then record player ratings, edit and upload that, so that I can take the day off. And if it's sunny tomorrow, I'm going to go and sit in the sun with a juice all day long. Christensen. Nice forward ball again to Kai Havertz, who drops deep, gives it to Mateo Kovacic. Chelsea looking to get forward. Callum Hudson-Odoi now in a central area. Gives it to Havertz again. Looks good on the turn there. Havertz gives it to Reece James. Timo Werner in the box. Kai Havertz, and that is going to be a free kick, yes? Kai Havertz was looking for the return ball to Reece James. It's a yellow. I like this referee. He's doing good, you know. Luca Digne goes into the referee's book 50 minutes into the game. It's a foul on Reece James, stopping the run with the 1-2 with Kai Havertz there. And Chelsea will have a free kick in another dangerous area. It's the second Everton player to go into the book. We are 50 minutes and 10 seconds into the chat. The ref stinks. I'm confused. Like, he gave a foul. Like, have I missed something here? We're looking for a Marcos Alonso special, as Chelsea look to double their lead at the beginning of the second half. An early goal here would be absolutely brilliant. It's both Reece James and Marcos Alonso over the free kick. I think it'll probably be Alonso who takes it. You've had a $5 donation. Up the juice to Alaga. Alonso goes for it. Oh! It's a corner. Jordan Pickford gets a touch on that. Was that going into the top corner? I actually think it was going just over. But it's a very good effort from... That could have been going in, you know. Or it might have at least been hitting the post and coming back out to someone trying to attack it on the rebound. Jordan Pickford tips it over the crossbar. Chelsea go quick with the short corner. Jorginho now to Reece James. As Azpilicueta's gone forward, they're looking for an offside, not given, as Reece James comes inside again. Chelsea starting the second half very well again. It's a good free kick from Marcos Alonso, causing Everton some trouble. Alonso has had a good game here. To be honest, so far, I'm actually going to make a note about Marcos Alonso because I think he's been good enough for a green box so far. I'm just going to make a couple of notes for 6 things we learned after the game. Get things ready. Who's that team we call the Chelsea? Who's that team we all adore? Would I like to see more of Havertz? I think he's done absolutely everything correct so far in this game. I think Kai Havertz has been very good for Chelsea in the early stages. Azpilicueta trying to usher Reece James forward. Chelsea in a bit of a tight... We're playing so well, guys. Like, in tight pockets of space, we're not giving the ball away. I absolutely love this. You know, we're winning throw-ins. We're being patient in possession. It's so good to watch. You know, like, I'm not just a football fan who wants to see, like, tiki-taka football, you know, one-touch passing. I'm not all about that. Sometimes it's best to be patient. It's best to see us going backwards when we have to. Reece James again. Now Timo Werner. It's a good touch to get around the back of Allen. Brilliant again from Werner. Now Kai Havertz gives it to Mateo Kovacic. Poor first touch. Now Marcos Alonso. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi dinks it in. Havertz is in again. He scored, but it's going to be ruled out. It's a lovely little dink over the top. They're saying that Havertz controlled that with his hand. Havertz is adamant that he controls it with his shoulder. Now the question is, did the referee blow the whistle before Kai Havertz scored the goal? Because if Kai Havertz scores this and it was a legitimate goal, then it's a problem. He's definitely onside. It's a lovely ball. And that's a goal. That is a goal, in my opinion. That is with his shoulder. This is the angle that's going to get me angry, I can tell. Kai Havertz controls it with... Okay, it's his arm. I think it's his arm. My honest opinion is that it was controlled with his arm. The question is the referee going to send this to VAR? It's gone to VAR, checking a disallowed goal. If this is given, then I think this is very lucky. If I'm being very honest, I think Havertz has done as well as he could. You know, he's not trying to control it with his hand. There's an angle that makes it look like he's actually controlled it with his hand. This is very confusing because we can't actually see if the ball makes contact with the hand or if it's actually just hitting his shoulder, but because his hand is up, it looks as though he's hitting it. You know, the VAR's got to look at this from a different angle because from what we're... No, it's with his shoulder. It's a goal. You can see it, the angle that I've just asked for, I'm now seeing, and it hits his shoulder. It's a goal. Yes, it's in. Yes, is it a goal? No, no goal, bugger. I thought the referee was pointing towards the halfway line as if to say goal. Oh, you know, that is frustrating again, guys, because the angle that I think that tells the story here, it doesn't hit his hand. It doesn't. That's a goal. I've just seen it again. That's a goal in my opinion. That should be a goal. I think that's a dreadful decision from VAR. I think Kai Havertz scored a goal there. I think it's the shoulder. Like, come on. What is the rule here? What is the rule? Like, if it hits his shoulder, it should be a goal. This is so annoying, guys. So flipping annoying.
And the fact is, we're seeing it now on the TV as well. We're seeing these different angles that VAR is looking at. That's a joke. That's a flipping joke, man. Kai Havertz should have a goal, an actual legitimate goal now. You know, it should be 2 goals for Kai Havertz, but if he doesn't score in this game, it's going to look like he went another game without scoring. It's a piss take. Absolute piss take. Alex Iwobi's come off for Tom Davis as Everton look to change things up here to get back in the game. Iwobi's not had that much going on. Oh, VAR. I hate VAR. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Eradicate it from football. Just go back to what it used to be like, you know? Fans back in the stadiums and no video assistant referee stopping us from celebrating. Imagine if the Ajax goal would have counted. Imagine. Just forget VAR exists for a second. Everton. Yeah, I saw Liverpool in the last game as Everton come forward. Richarlison, and he puts it wide. That is the first real clear-cut chance that Richarlison has had. Oh, Chelsea. You know, I'm too busy worrying that we've been robbed, which we have been robbed, and Richarlison's done awfully there. He should be at least forcing Edouard Mendy into a save. So annoying, man. Like, it's, how? I'm just trying to, like, I'm in Bali. I'm 14,000 miles away from Stamford Bridge, and I'm still capable of making an executive decision as a footballing fan who understands the rules of the game that the goal should stand. I'm seeing some people still saying in the chat that it's handball. Did we at any point see the ball controlled with his arm? No, it hits his shoulder. That's not his arm. It's not his hand. It's not handball, I'm sorry. Chelsea should be 2-0 up in this game, and we should have some daylight and clarity between us and Everton. Matthew Weldon, thank you very much for the £2 donation. Clear goal, fuming also, loving these streams. Thank you very much, my man, appreciate the support. As Christensen wins the header above Calvert-Lewin, Jorginho then with the second ball doing very well. And now Jorginho on the half turn again, giving it to Kovacic. Lays it off to Kurt Zuma. Marcus Alonso. On my stream right now, it is 57 minutes, 32 seconds. Reece James now coming forward for Chelsea. And he hits it. Oh, it's not far away though from Reece James there. I think he had a little bit more time. He could have taken one more touch there and got the shot away, perhaps. Oh, guys. I'm sorry, but from all the angles I see, that is a legitimate goal from Kai Havertz. VAR doing us over again. Sorry guys, I just had to go and put that there over on Twitter because I'm pissed off about that. It's a clear goal. Clear goal. But no, we don't get given it again. I'm seeing people say it's not Merseyside, it's Varsyside. Chelsea with 10% more possession here in the second half than we even did in the first. It's incredible how we're dominating football matches right now. Incredible. Red box for VAR again. To be honest, I didn't give a red box in the game against Liverpool for VAR because I wanted to talk more about our players. But it is getting annoying. Chelsea with double Everton's attempts here. We're absolutely dominating this team. We should be 2-0 up. I'm going to keep going until we score a second goal. I'm sorry. You know, it's these decisions that is why we brought VAR in, to be able to make the right call. So that when it comes to the end of the season, 3 points won over 1 becomes important as Alonso in a dangerous area. Now Hudson Odoi, can he make another one of those nice, exciting passes? Hudson Odoi gets it. Oh, it's a good save again. Is that from Pickford or does it go over the box, over the crossbar? He made like a kind of similar movement there to what we saw Mason Mount do when he scored the goal against Liverpool at Anfield. Callum Hudson-Odoi with a huge impact at the beginning of this second half. It's a very good effort from Callum, forcing another save out of Pickford, who's had a good game, Jordan Pickford, by the way. And Chelsea have another corner on the hour mark. Callum Hudson-Odoi changing the game up here for Chelsea in the second half. He's been our best player in the early stages of the second half as Alonso looks to put the ball into the box. That he does, and it's headed on from Christensen. It will find its way to Timo Werner, who gives it back to Jorginho. Chelsea coming back again. Now Hudson, Odoi, Alonso, keeping that natural width very well. I've been impressed with Alonso. Now Hudson, Odoi again. He's giving it away this time. Mason Holgate comes away with the ball. And now Everton looking to counter. Zuma's over there. And the ball is played in. And it will find its way, will it? No, Reece James. Doesn't really get his body in front of the ball well enough there. Luca Digne and Reece James will see that ball out, hopefully, for a goal kick. He's such a big lad, Reece James, you know. Tuchel for Manager of the Month. I mean, so far, I'd say that he's done a lot in his Chelsea time to be in contention, at least, for Manager of the Month awards. But, you know, there's also Pep Guardiola, who is running away with the title for Man City. I'm having some people say to me, was it handball? Absolutely not, to be honest. I do not for 1 second, from all of the angles that I've seen from the video assistant referee, I do not think it should be disallowed. I think Chelsea should be 2-0 up. And that is not just Chelsea blue tinted glasses. You know, that is like just, I was honest, you know. If you watch the stream, you'll know that when I first saw the replay in the first angles, I said that I didn't think it was going to count. But then when I actually saw that the ball didn't even hit his flipping hand, it hits his shoulder, and I saw what actually happened, I know the goal should have been given. Oh, okay. That's close from Reece James, but it does come through to Jordan Pickford. He has to go, blood. You know, I don't know who we're talking about having to go, but at the moment, Chelsea are doing a good enough job. 62 minutes into the game, Chelsea 1, Everton 0. Tom Davis. Now Godfrey. Everton playing it along the back line. Michael Keane goes all the way back to Jordan Pickford as the Chelsea press is looking good. When we're not in possession, at the moment, the thing I really like is that we don't even have to chase after the ball. You know, we're waiting for Everton to make the plays, and then because the shape is so good, then we can progress and press. You know, we're not just aimlessly running around the pitch, exerting all of our energy here. Why do Chelsea fans keep complaining about goals? Because we keep getting like legitimate goals taken away from us. You know, Timo Werner at Liverpool, Kai Havertz now against Everton. You know, like the reason we moan about it is because it keeps going against us. Someone's saying it hit his bicep. I'm sorry, but from what I'm seeing, which by the way is the same angles that VAR is seeing, it hits his shoulder. Come on. Penalty! There's got to be a pen! Jordan Pickford comes out, the penalty is given. The question is VAR going to ruin it for us? Chelsea will have a penalty as Kai Havertz is the man to win it again. It's a man of the match performance so far from Kai Havertz here. The ball is played through from Mateo Kovacic. It's superb. Was that Kai Havertz or was that Jorginho? He's clearly in the penalty area, no questions about that. Jordan Pickford comes in and brings him down. I think it's Jorginho who makes the pass. It is a fantastic ball. And Kai Havertz goes down and wins the penalty. That is now 3 goal involvements technically as Jorginho steps up. Oh man. Jorginho steps up against Jordan Pickford. Please, Georgie. I want 2-0. If we go 2-0 up in this game, then I really think that we can go ahead and win this game comfortably. Jorginho against Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford's had a very good game. He's made some big saves. And this is a moment that could change Chelsea's season to put us clear with daylight in the top 4. Jorginho steps up against Pickford. Jorginho scores! It's in the bottom corner of the net. 2-0 to Chelsea. No questions about this one. It wasn't offside. Pickford was on his line. Jorginho didn't flip in, swear at the goalkeeper, and give a reason for the referee to bring it back for the video assistant. Chelsea 2, Everton 0, 66 minutes into the game, and the boys in blue from West London are going clear of our rivals in the race for the Champions League places. We got 2 goals at Stamford Bridge. Daylight between us and Everton now with 25 minutes to go. Hop, skip and jump Jorginho converts the penalty. And we are in for another very, very positive 6 things we learned. And I just want to say, I've been calling for Kai Havertz to start these games now for a few weeks. I think the last 3 or 4 matches, even though Tuchel's not been picking Havertz or even bringing him off the bench, I've been saying that I need to see him start. And finally, we are seeing why. He pretty much scores a goal that didn't get given. Hudson Odoi's coming off for Mason Mount. Mason Mount with a big grin on his face. We've got 2 donations coming in now as well. From Richard, and the other one is from Benny Raves, the Kai Revival. This is Kai Havertz's day, boys. It really is. He wins the penalty. He's been brilliant in this game, and I'm absolutely delighted for him. Like, honestly, this has made my flipping week, this has, you know. The Liverpool win made my week, but seeing Havertz play this well, it's exactly what I want. And, you know, for me, I've been calling for Havertz and Werner to be playing up top together. And now that we have Mount, Havertz and Werner on the pitch together at the same time, this is what I wanted. This is what we've all wanted, you know? And for the last 25 minutes, we can see what we can do with those 3 up top. Kai Havertz changing the game for Chelsea. He doesn't have a goal to his name. If he scores, I'm going to hit the flipping roof here because I'll be absolutely delighted. Kai Havertz at the moment is going to get a box for sure. Blimey O'Reilly, we're 2-0 up in another massive game. Like, what is going on, boys? What is going on? We, Chelsea Football Club, are back. Believe it. You know, I'm not going to get too confident that the game is won, but we're winning and we're on the way. You know, this is a good enough reason to celebrate. Guys, if you are in the stream and you haven't yet hit the like button here or subscribed to GBFC, make sure you subscribe. This is the home of Chelsea content. 6 things we learned will be out straight after the game. As soon as the game is done and the full-time whistle is blown, I will be clicking off this live stream and recording 6 things we learned as Zane comes in with a clutch $5 donation. Kai is flourishing. You are absolutely correct, my man. Kai Havertz is flourishing for real. Kurt Zuma is currently down. Doesn't look good. Zuma's had a good game, but it looks as though he might be injured here, Kurt Zuma, which is not good news for the boys in blue. Looks like it could be a serious one as well. Oh no. It's one of them where it looks like his leg just jars. I'm pretty sure that Zuma will not be able to carry on here, and I think the natural replacement for him would be Rudiger at left centre-back, but I think Thiago Silva will probably come on for him. Oh, it's sad. It's sad because I'm happy that Zuma's back in the team. You know, I've wanted Zuma in the team for a while. Yes, Rudiger's been doing well. But... Ah, no, I've just watched it again. Oh, his leg gives way twice. Like, the first time you kind of see it jink and nothing happens and he goes forward with the ball. And then the second time it gives way. Oh, it's a nasty one. It's a seriously nasty one, that for Zuma. And I think it could be one of those where he's pulled something serious. And yeah, slight downer on what has been an incredible game, really, this for Chelsea. Big injury by the looks of things for Zuma. Hopefully it's nothing too serious and it's just muscular on like a surface layer. I'm not physio. I don't know enough about footballing injuries, to be honest, to make anything clear cut as a call here. But it does look as though Zuma is limping off. Is he coming back on? He's limping heavily here, Zuma. It looks as though he's walking around. Has he? Did I miss something here? Like, has he already come off? Did I miss this? We just had a donation from Halil Johnson. Thank you very much. He's back on. Okay, that's great news. I mean, even better than before. I thought we were about to see like a Zuma injury there. But I think he will come off though. I'm not going to lie. I think it's too risky. You know, I think for me, I don't know if I was watching this a little too closely and I was just being a bit pessimistic, but it looked as though his leg gave way twice. That's worrying, you know. He looks shaky, man. Like, Zuma actually looks shaky. I'll bring him off. Like, I don't know if it's just because I don't want to have any, like, mini heart attacks here in this game. But I just, you know, I just don't want to be too stressed out. Whew. Nice play again. Chelsea looking good. Havertz getting into good positions, keeping possession. Come on. Let's get a third, guys. Let's get a third. Michael Keane looking a little bit confused at the back here for Everton as Jordan Pickford slices away the clearance to Gomez. Luca Digne. To be honest, I think Everton look lost out there. They have no idea how to break this Chelsea team down. We are so well drilled. What a side we've become. Honestly, I'm so impressed with Thomas Tuchel. So impressed with what he's done with this team. Oh, headed away. And Reece James manages to get the clearance away too. Havertz chasing down Holgate. That will be a foul. Who do I consider to be the fastest Chelsea player right now? I'll be completely honest. We've seen some brilliant sprinting from Kai Havertz in this game. A lot of people said before, you know, underrated Kai Havertz on a sprint is very, very fast. He looks fully fit. He looks stronger. He's got energy. He's having an amazing game here, Havertz. I think this is probably his best game in a Chelsea shirt, you know. If we take away the Carabao Cup game against Barnsley where he scored a phenomenal hat-trick, this is his best Premier League performance for me. I think everything he's done on and off the ball has been fantastic. Energy from Mason Mount there, putting the pressure on Andre Gomez, who gives it out wide to Luca Digne. It's a dangerous ball, but Azpilicueta does deal with it. Now Kovacic in the tight space. Plays it towards Alonso. Is that a foul? No. Josh King wins it for Everton. Now Allen, Tom Davis. Picking it up inside in the pocket between the Chelsea midfield and the defence. Tom Davis does well, but Alonso positionally solid there defensively, and Kurt Zuma gets it away with his left foot towards Timo Werner. Michael Keane winning the header. Not really anybody too surprised about that one there. I think Werner's actually played well again today, by the way, guys. You know, not that he's had many opportunities, but I think the way that him and Kai are working off the ball together is very good to see. I think it's been fantastic. Good second half, this from Chelsea. We're 2-0 up against Everton. Jorginho with the penalty a few minutes ago. If anybody is here in the stream and you got a timestamp for the Jorginho goal, make sure you comment it when the stream is over so that people can come back and watch. Where did I get that shirt from? It was a Christmas present in 2019. I think it was from Classic Football Shirts in London. Good store, by the way. 65 minutes, perfecto. Reece the Beast James. Yeah, I've been impressed with Reece today. He's done very well defensively. He's dealt with both, well, all of the Everton attackers, and Luca Digne is a very good attacking fullback. He's not had a sniff. Everton now with a corner. As Luca Digne whips the ball into the box. It's a dangerous one. Azpilicueta gets it away. Now Andre Gomez, as Chelsea don't need to press too highly here. They can allow Everton to come back in. The most important thing is the shape. I feel as though, like, ever since Tuchel took over, my understanding of tactics in football has actually gone up a level, you know, because I think the key thing that this Chelsea team do, and if you look at the heat maps of all of our players, it proves it. Everybody who's out there has a role. You know, in the defensive position that we have with 3 centre-backs and wing-backs that are kind of more like attacking wingers, it's almost like the formation is 5 and 5. 5 defenders, 5 attackers. But it works so perfectly well. And the ball is played in again from Luca Digne towards Mendy. And Mendy looks as though he's been squished there. And it looks as though Mendy now might have an injury. We had Zuma down injured a moment ago. And 75 minutes into this game, Mendy has been squished here. I don't know if that's his hand or if he's just been, he's been drilled to the ground there. And to me, again, it looks as though we might have to bring Mendy off, maybe. Kepa Arrizabalaga could be coming on, but it looks as though he's ready. Andre Gomez is coming off for Everton as Bernard comes on. Dangerous little player. But considering how well Chelsea have contained both Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin so far, I think we're good. Edouard Mendy is looking decent. And we're good to go again. Brilliant news, you know. Players looking like they're injured, and then all of a sudden, we are solid as Christensen gets the ball out, but it will be an Everton throw-in. 14 minutes to go. Chelsea 2, Everton 0. And Mendy, I think, has only had one save to make. Now Tom Davis on the edge of the area. Zuma comes out with a big block. Now Havertz again. Lovely little ball to Mason Mount as Chelsea drive forward with pace. Marcus Alonso, look at the pace. Oh my goodness me. Flipping, hold your flipping hair back. Marcus Alonso was, well, I say bombing forward there. I wouldn't call it bombing. It was borderline quick, that from Marcus Alonso. Very impressed. Thank you very much for the donation. Mahadev MP. I think it's 20 rupees there. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. I know you're all waiting for that for 6 things we learned. It's been another big one so far. As Mason Mount now in possession for Chelsea. Come on, Mason, drive, mate, drive. There's no much movement forward. Timo Werner gives it to Mason. Hit it, son. Oh, it's deflected, and it will be dealt with at the back by Mason Holgate. Now Marcus Alonso winning the second ball for Chelsea. Hello, my son. Yes, guys. Let's get a yes, guys spam in the chat. We're almost at 2,500 likes as well. If you haven't yet hit the like button on the stream, be sure to do so. As Chelsea are on their way to another 3 points. Jorginho, Marcus Alonso again. Look at that. The yes, guys is real in the stream. I love this. Absolutely love this. We see it everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. We're the Chelsea boys, making all the noise. Everywhere we go. It's been a whole year since fans were last in stadiums at Stamford Bridge. We've had another $5 donation. Thank you very much. Oh, Zuma, fantastic turn, winning the free kick. Honestly, I wish games could be 180 minutes long, because then we could watch Chelsea for 180 minutes. I can't believe we have to wait 5 days to see us play again. It's a travesty. I don't think I've had this much fun watching us play. I'm going to say even during the Lampard era, you know, in that brilliant run we went on with those 6 or 7 wins in a row. I think I went to each and every one of those games. I went to every single game. But even watching on TV with no fans, this is so good to watch. So good to watch. Mason Mount again. In fact, guys, I want you to do something for me. I'm going to include a clip in the 6 things we learned. So if you want to get your face in the 6 things we learnt video, I'm going to record a clip right now. So get spamming yes guys in the chat, and I'm going to film a little segment that you guys can see. So, here we go. I'm filming. We got yes guys going in absolutely everywhere you go. You turn around, you get a bit of yes guys. You look on the screen, you get a little bit of yes guys. The spam is real. Oh my goodness, I just showed the game. Get Ban Benson. Look at this, it's yes guys everywhere. You're all flipping mental. I love you. I'll put that as the intro, so hopefully you guys get to see yourselves. Look, it's actually mad. I'm going to need slow-mo on the chat. We've got 11 minutes to go. Chelsea 2, Everton 0. N'Golo Kante. Guys, honestly, we're so good. We can bring N'Golo Kante off the bench when we're 2-0 up against the top 4 rival. Mateo Kovacic, who I think has been fantastic again today, breaking things up for Chelsea in the middle. Always available for the pass. Kovacic, brilliant. N'Golo Kante comes on for the remaining 10 minutes. Timo Werner, he's in! Oh, Pickford with the save. He's onside there, Timo Werner. I was too busy looking at the chat and all of you guys still spamming the whole yes guys. And what a run that is from Timo Werner. And he does so well to win the ball, and he should score, to be honest. I think he's got to be going high and to Jordan Pickford's right. He goes low, and Pickford's very good down low in those positions. And Chelsea now with a corner that Mason Mount is coming over to take. Can Chelsea get a third goal here? I did predict 2-0 though, to be fair. Pardon me. Mount puts it in. Oh, it's Zuma with the header. Straight into the clutches of Jordan Pickford. Everywhere we go, we're the Chelsea boys making all the noise everywhere we go. For 2 hours sleep, I'm so wide awake right now, it's a joke. Kai Havertz doing very well again there. Oh, Jorginho, that was almost a beautiful pass from J5 towards Timo Werner, but good interception from Ben Godfrey. You guys are still going crazy with the spam for yes guys in the chat. Appreciate that. As Jorginho wins it, Mason Mount wins it again. Mason Mount, brilliant play, great press. N'Golo Kante gives it to Werner. Werner, oh, he's gone down. It's definitely not a penalty. Timo Werner getting close again there. As now Everton look to show Bernard. That's dangerous. This is a little bit more dangerous, but again, Christensen, the Danish Maldini, Baresi, Beckenbauer, whatever you want to call him, Sergio Ramos. No, he's got nothing on the Danish Maldini, Andreas Christensen. He's absolutely gargantuan. Chelsea coming forward again with Azpilicueta, pokes it to Reece James. Brilliant football. I'm seeing someone say Christensen is cracked in the chat. He actually is. He's like a flipping cracked iPhone. Works better than it should. Oh man, I'm absolutely over the moon with this performance. This has been fantastic. Like, I might just give 6 blue boxes, to be honest. We've been absolutely brilliant in this game. Absolutely brilliant. Kai Havertz again, picking up the ball. Giving it to Alonso, who actually has been fantastic in this game. He's positionally been brilliant. Jorginho, looking for that clip ball. Jorginho's playing with a swagger now. You know, like, I'm always quick to judge Jorginho because I saw son of Chelsea, Dan, he tweeted saying that Jorginho's a Marmite player, and I totally agree with him. It's, if you don't like what he does to the naked eye when he's not the most important player on the field in terms of what he does with the ball, then you might not understand him. But having watched him today, when he gets this kind of confidence, he's absolutely brilliant footballer to watch. He really is. Thank you very much for the £5 donation. It's Chris Waite again coming back with the second donation. 2-0 George, you called it. Okay, I hope that you've not jinxed it, Mr. Chris. We've still got 8 minutes to hold on plus stoppage time, or 7 minutes to hold on plus stoppage time. But so far, it's looking very, very good for Chelsea. This has been by far my favourite performance under Thomas Tuchel. I think the Liverpool game showed that we've taken serious steps forward, but this has just been so convincing. So convincing. Like, what a tough run of games we've had. I cannot wait for next week against Atletico now, because I was confident after winning the 1-0. I'm not overconfident now, but because Atletico are a phenomenal team, top of La Liga, drew with Real Madrid. But, you know, Alonso trying to take on 3 players at once. You'll love to see it. Thank you for the £5 donation. Colin Davis coming in clutch with the support for GBFC. Guys, I don't know if it's possible. Can we hit 3,000 likes on the live stream? We managed to hit it for the Man United game. We're 450 likes away. Can we hit 3,000 likes? I think it might be a little bit of a push, but you never know. If you don't ask, you don't get. That's what they say in a restaurant when they've got no ketchup. You know, if it comes with no ketchup, you've got to ask the waiter. Get the ketchup in there. Okay, we're now 350 likes away. Ben Godfrey Carey. Ben Godfrey's been like a Chelsea player today. He's been brilliant. Going to do a little refresh on the stream. Jorginho giving it to Azpilicueta, who gets it away with his left peg, looking for Timo Werner. Guys, there's a lot of parallels between what we did in 2012 and now. There really is. I don't know. Come on. Kai Havertz winning it. No, Mason Mount winning it back. Timo's in. Timo! Oh, it's a brilliant save again from Pickford, but it comes out to Kante. Pickford? Jordan bloody Pickford, man. It's a brilliant double save from Pickford. Kante and Timo Werner denied. Chelsea looking for a third goal as Mason Mount off the bench. I mean, he's fantastic when he starts the game after 80 minutes, but when he comes off the bench, it's cheating. We've had another $5 donation from Richard. Masterclass by Tuchel and Chelsea. I'm in love with Thomas Tuchel. I'm sorry, I am. I might have a girlfriend, but she can stay out. I'm in love with Thomas Tuchel, guys. I think this today has just absolutely proved that as much as I loved Lampard and I was so upset when he was sacked, this is vindication from the club. You know, they've made a very good decision here. They've made a really good decision. Not only has our season turned on its head, but the players that we bought in and we thought, you know what, we've spent so much money and it's looking so flat. We're not playing good football. For me, this is brilliant football. It's absolutely brilliant football. Who's that team we call a Chelsea? Who's that team we all adore? Can we give Pickford man of the match? Are you for real? We aren't giving Pickford man of the match. Pickford's been annoying man of the match. And if we look at the Premier League table, Chelsea are only 15 points off the title, boys, you know? If City go on a Liverpool-esque run, we'll be champions. It's not going to happen. City are going to be champions. I'm not going to make stupid statements. But we should honestly, we won 4-0 last season against Everton in the Premier League. We could easily have had 4 or 5 today. We've been brilliant. Marcus Alonso runs down the wing for me. Marcus Alonso scored 2 at Wembley. All we need now is a Havertz or a Werner goal, and we will be absolutely over the moon. Hey! Everton looking like an average mid-table Premier League club. No disrespect though, because we've been fantastic. We have been a class above. We've got a lot of people in the stream as well. It's been a brilliant second half in the stream. We've had at least, I think, 1,700 for the whole second half. Seems as though the halftime analysis kept you guys in here, which I do very much appreciate. As I've said, this is the final stream, I think, where we don't have the graphics. There might be a couple streams, if I can, from my phone, for Leeds and Atletico Madrid. I'm not going to be at home, so I won't be able to do a proper stream. But if I do it like this again, hopefully you guys don't mind. GBFC over Arsenal. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. All right, we've got Whitney Wu in the mod as well. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate it. Chelsea with a throw-in. Christian Pulisic is coming on for the boys in blue for a couple of minutes. Slight cameo performance. And who's coming off? I think it's Havertz who's coming off. He's been brilliant. I'm giving a round of applause on the GBFC stream for Kai Havertz. It's a shame that he couldn't stay on till the end of the game, so I think he deserves to stay on and try and get a goal. But Havertz has been brilliant. For me, his best performance in the Chelsea shirt, taking away the Barnsley hat-trick, which was obviously one of the standout performances in his first season. But considering he had COVID towards the end of 2020, and then he's really struggled to get back to form, today he showed his physical side. He showed how he can get in and around the ball. He's riled up some of the Everton players as well, made some brilliant runs, and I think he's been the best player on the pitch. Fantastic from Kai Havertz. Mason Mount. Tom, oh, that's a dreadful tackle from Tom Davis. He does get booked, rightly so, but frustration there from Tom Davis going in very hard on Marcus Alonso. Marcus Alonso, look at that face. Hey, I just love this swagger from these Chelsea players, you know? Like, even Alonso getting up with the wink to Tom Davies, like, you know what, mate? You are shaped. Get over it, bruv. Timo Werner's come off as well. It was Werner who came off for Pulisic, so Kai Havertz is still on the pitch, so we could still get that Havertz goal. Guys, we are into injury time at the end of the second half, so get ready because we're about to end the stream very soon. As soon as the game is over, the stream is ended, 6 Things We Learned is going in to the GBFC channel. It's going to be a good one today, guys. If you are thinking about going to bed early, wherever you may be in the world, or you know, maybe you're in Asia like me and you're actually going to go to bed after this, I'm awake. You know, turning off the commentary and using Benson's commentary, you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Thank you guys for tuning in. 4 minutes of added time for Chelsea to hold on here. We're 2-0 up. We've been fantastic throughout the whole game. I don't think we're going to concede as N'Golo Kante comes away with the ball. Now, Christian Pulisic with those fresh legs, looking to run around the back. I think he trips over his own feet there, unfortunately, but I won't look into that too much. Whew. Absolutely delighted. Fan-bloody-tastic. We are so good. We're so good. And the ball will run out for a Chelsea goal kick. Come on, Chelsea. Guys, the positivity, you've got to watch 6 Things We Learn. I want to see, okay, I've got a challenge for you here. There's 1,700 people in the chat. I want to see how quickly we can hit 10,000 likes. If we can hit 10,000 likes in the first 5 hours, that is my challenge for you lot in the 6 Things We Learned video. There's 1,700 people. Leave a comment as well saying that you're in the stream with the hashtag YesGuys in your comment on the 6 Things We Learned video as soon as it goes live. We're looking for 10,000. Come on, Chelsea. Alonso puts it in. Lovely ball. Kante's there with a header. Turning up like Lionel Messi. 5'7". Back post header from N'Golo Kante. If Kante scores a header, you know that Chelsea are doing good. And by the way, did I or did I not call 2-0? Again, just saying, I called it. Called it. I said we create more chances. We did. I understand how we're playing right now. I actually see what Thomas Tuchel is doing. And I flipping love it. We've been so bloody good. As Christensen wins another header in the air, Alonso gives it to Jorginho. Christensen to Alonso to Jorginho. And it works perfectly. Everyone's doing a job incredibly well. Soon as Benson gets rid of the blue hair, everything is back to normal. Totally agree with you. It is certainly the hair. We've got a minute and a half to go. Chelsea now, just formality-wise, seeing the game out. We've been absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now Reece James. I'm seeing Kieran say that we're a small club. Mate, you spent your whole stream saying how small Chelsea are as a club. But we're absolutely phenomenal, mate. You know, we're a brilliant institution. As Chelsea go forward again, now Mason Mount. We're in the last minute of added time. Mount again! Pickford, mate! Will you piss off, bruv? Jordan Pickford with a flying save as Mason Mount is denied again. Pickford, this could have been 7-0. 7-0 it could have been. So great effort from Mason Mount. Very good save as Chelsea will end this game with a corner. We're not ending by defending. We're ending by going forward again. Just going to keep the ball out. It wasn't even a corner. He's actually managed to put it out for a throw-in. It was that good. Absolutely phenomenal stuff, this from Chelsea. Hello, hello, we are the Chelsea boys. Hello, hello, we are the Chelsea boys. Full time, get in there, boys. Chelsea 2, Everton 0. Going to end the stream now. Thank you for all the donations. If you can hit the like button on the stream, we are very close to 3,000 likes. That would be absolutely phenomenal. If you can hit the like button, that will be even better. I will see you guys in 6 Things That We Learn within about, I'm hoping 45 minutes to an hour. It would be a dream. What a performance. What a result. Remember, 10,000 likes as quickly as we can and hashtag YesGuys in the chat. I'll see you guys there. Cheers.